Hey,
Hello.
hi everyone. Welcome.
Hello, folks.
We were having a laugh before I
Before-
pressed record. So, welcome to Liminal Writing. It's us again, Lee and me, Ces. Thanks for being with us.
This episode marks our 27th episode. So we did a season one of 13 and then next to 13. So this is our 27th episode since we started the Liminal Writing podcast. So
Yeah.
thank you for all this, Sess, my partner in
Yes.
writing, and
In
thank you for the
crime.
folks who 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 continue to listen or have just landed on the podcast.
Yes. Hope you
Welcome.
enjoy listening. All right. Shall we? So,
Yes.
our 10-minute time writing, the trigger phrase for this one. I'm gonna read it, but Lee's gonna tell you where it's come
All right,
from.
I'll give you a little
But
background.
the line goes, aging isn't a fight, it's a blessing.
And this is taken from the title of an article from Men's Health magazine of July and August. And it's an article written by the artist and performer Common. It's a very interesting article of how he
Mhm.
lands and understands what aging is like and what he needs to look out for. And of course, it's from a health perspective, right?
Mm.
But you also have there the realization from him of what that really means for him as a person, as an artist, of what it is to age as a Black
Nice.
man in
Mm.
America. So this is
Okay.
our rift on the title
Yes,
of Aging Isn't a
I
Fight,
like the
It's a
riff.
Blessing.
Okay, who
Seth,
goes
do you want to
first?
go first?
Okay, it's always scary to read. Okay,
No.
all right. Here I go. Aging isn't a fight, it's a blessing. So, in the recent few weeks, we have been going almost daily to the gym at the nearby park. It's a 15-minute brisk walk to the gym, and some days are easier than others. There are still those mornings where the bed is too cozy that it breaks my heart to roll out from under the sheets. If not for H, who has the stronger will, strong enough for the both of us, I probably won't have gone this far, counting almost 20 days of daily exercise. The bones make this clicking sound sometimes.
Yeah.
I do some 45-second planks with my spine freaking me out with what
Mm.
feels like mahjong tiles finding their spot in a domino style train fall, click,
Beautiful.
click.
I like that.
And then the groans that involuntarily escape my throat as I come out of a sitting position at the living room sofa, or even worse, when I try to stand up from squatting on the floor.
Mm, mm,
But then I see the step count on my phone app
yeah.
and the circling firework display on my Apple Watch, saying I have reached my move and workout goals twice over for the day. And the clicking becomes some faint sound of clapping for
Oh,
myself,
nice.
for these lungs that sometimes struggles to still catch breath and
Uh,
hold air, for my heart that feels like being on the verge of coming out of my chest as I push for another 15 reps on a machine at the gym,
mm.
or another round of slow jog at the park's pathways. I am blessed, I know that, and grateful, and old, but yes, blessed.
Mm. Mm. It's
I
beautiful.
just
I
came
like
from
your
the park
image.
earlier. So your turn, your turn.
All right. Aging isn't a fight, it's a blessing. There are more sunspots now on my arms, time telling of the thousands of days that have passed. Hair on my head have said their piece. Nothing more, no growth except for the fuzz. My knees click and lock sometimes. I just watch where and how I step, wary of the scattered gravel, uneven earth, and shifting rocks. These signs of the many years I've lived are welcome markers of a journey that is satisfying. that I have come to be, that I have walked a path that I only saw even when the lights were dimmed. I have many more years in me, breaths to take, stories to make, sunsets and sunrises to see, a singular song to a joy only I can know.
It feels so nice. Yeah, yeah, good feel too.
Just going back to how you were describing it when you were doing a plank and understanding, your body's capacity now, and also realizing that your body is strong, that you could do more.
Yeah, but doing this and starting, I'll be 60 in a
Mm,
couple of years.
yeah.
It's like, and then you do that plank, and it's literally how I describe it. That's just how I can describe it. You could feel the click, click, click. It's like something, like finding it's not
Yeah, their
used to
place,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell's happening inside me? Uh,
I think the
oh my
body
God.
is really, if we take care of it and if we allow it
Mm,
uh to be in a good spot.
yeah.
And I think it connects to what we had talked about, I think a while back, really being present and understanding what you're going through too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there are
Yeah.
days that you don't
Mm,
want to move or you don't want to work out.
yeah.
And that's part of the whole process because rest is very much a part of our whole fitness, right? So it's the food that we eat, it's the
Yeah,
exercise
I
that we do, or
that's
being movement and
that's the
resting.
great
It's important.
reminder that I got from you, and I've been sharing that even with Hector, because
Mm,
you were saying that whole balance, because sometimes we just kind of push each other and we have to do this and go to the gym and walk
yeah,
faster and walk longer
yeah.
and reach this many steps in a day. But
Mm,
then I realized, and then we're not sleeping well, and then we're
yeah,
not eating,
yeah,
if we were skipping too many meals or whatever. It's just not, it, as you said, there's the foundations of it, right? It's the
yeah,
nurturing yourself with your what you put in terms of
yeah,
nutrition. Then there's sleep and rest and recovery, and then there's the
yeah.
exercise. So yeah, I'm thinking it's like always looking for that balance and whatever's works
A-
for you.
And the whole cycle has to be enjoyable too for us, right? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
the whole thing, because we'll not do it if it's not going to be
Yeah.
enjoyable. Well, we'll not do it on the long term. Because for
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people, they could do like the intense, like I'll do it for like 6 months, and then it peters out. So
Mm,
parang, sayang the days that you've banked already.
mhm.
So we have to find a way to find the
Keep it
joy
going.
in that. And
Yeah.
so that's the balance that's needed. And
Yeah.
I also want to make note of the blessing is beyond the physical too, right? And the things that we've learned about ourselves, and the things that we still want to do, as well as being grateful for what we have, the now that we have, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
The challenges that you've overcome, that we've each overcome.
And
So
this was really profound to me too when today we were sitting at the park
yeah,
by the gym looking
yeah.
out, and it was the sunniest day. Heat waves now in
Yeah,
London. It's 31 degrees centigrade, right? So
yeah,
everyone was out, and we're facing this whole just oval, and the trees all
mm,
around are all lush.
yeah,
Everyone out with some families with picnics, some
mm,
young ones kind of coming out of a football match or practice or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
And then old people in their wheelchairs, right?
mm,
Mm. And thinking here we were both uh, around in the number 60,
mm, mm.
but we were active. We- It reminds you just to how grateful you could be for just being there and being relatively healthy. Yeah.
Oh,
And in
yeah.
that same park, I used to have my COVID, period walks, a period where I was not even walking. I was in a
Mm,
wheelchair
for
around
sure.
that area. So to just
Mm.
be there and have come out from exercise or having even jogged around that whole path.
Yeah,
It's just amazing if you think about it, no?
for sure.
Mm.
Absolutely. And if you can, remember how far you've come, Seth, from the way that you've just come through from 2 years ago, right?
Oh, we were now actually talking about it's 4 years now because there's inquiries here now, the COVID-19 inquiries in the
Yeah.
UK, and then it's 2020. I got really sick in 2020 towards 2021, that new year.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, about 3 years, 3.5. Anyway, you were
You're
saying before we press record this, something I said, hold your thoughts. You were gonna say something about this must be our. How did you feel about this session or the writing?
So I think it's just for me energizing to just create anew, right? For Sus and I, in the past we would have like an inspiration bay, and we still do. But in the more recent episodes wherein we create, we just land on
You
what's
picked
close to you,
randomly,
a book, a
and yours happened to be
magazine.
Men's Health,
Yeah, it's a
and I
men's
had
health, and say,
Virginia Woolf.
we get pieces from different things that we're reading
Mhm.
or about to read or have read in the past, and just pick those as our stepping stones to creating a piece.
Yeah.
So the really the process of writing and being present to where we are specifically in this hour right now is like I love
Nice.
the process. I love the
Me
process,
too.
and I love the
Me too.
reflection after. And when I was hearing you read it and said, "Oh, Seth has the same," because you said click two,
I
right?
know.
About this,
Then
and
I
then I
heard it with
landed
you
on a
too.
click two. Like, oh shit,
And I
yeah.
know you, and it's kind of affirming because I know you're more fit than me. You've had a lot, you're more active. You've had a more active lifestyle. And if
Yeah.
your knees are clicking too, then in some way it
Yeah.
gives me comfort. So on that note,
Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
joining
Thank
us
you.
again.
And if
And
you're so inclined, if you wish to see what your writing also
takes you,
lands,
yeah,
yeah, takes you. It's aging isn't a
try,
fight, it's a blessing. We're
try
all
it.
grateful for the years that we
Go
have.
write for 10 minutes
Yeah.
and see what comes out. All right.
All
See you
right.
next time.
See ya.